Hello guys, this is Amber with Lives in Sync Tarot. This is your weekly reading for the element of Earth for October 8th through 14th. So I'm actually going to start with Taurus. Oop. Your card came out. Hierophant, Eight of Swords, Queen of Swords, Nine of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe there's a breakup or some sort of separation, Taurus. Okay. I feel as though you came clear on some things, or some things became clear to you from the other person. And this may have been a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, okay? About a separation. I feel like you did this though. Interesting. I feel like you did this. You made the effort to be by yourself because I feel like you need to think. Or I feel like you need to figure out what it is that you really want. You're withdrawing so you can figure out what it is that you want. Okay? Honestly, maybe you went through a breakup or a separation from someone. You were trying to get back out there or trying to do this again, and you were like, I need to be by myself. That's what I get. I get that you are making a delay within your love life or communication with others so you can almost essentially find yourself. Okay? I feel like you're setting your rules in the way that you do things, and for some reason you feel like that has failed you. You feel like the things that you had goals toward, or the ideas that you had, failed you in some sort of way. Okay? And that's making you change your ideas or even change the way you do things. I feel as though you don't want to feel trapped. And maybe you're seeing that those rules and regulations kept you bound to whatever it is. This is what I get, that it kept you bound, and you continue to move forward on this plan, not really paying attention to if things were working. Should I try something different? If they do this, I need to do this. You didn't do that, or that wasn't being acted upon, I guess you can say. And I feel like you're starting to move forward or move on from that. It's like you're changing from that part of yourself and moving out of that. Like I said, you may have been dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This person seems to be very over emotional. And this may not even be that sign. It could be anyone. And they're just very over emotional about you doing this. Almost too over emotional. I feel like they're doing too much. Like, I understand you might be upset, but there really is no reason for you to be that level of upset or that level of distraughtness that this person may be. Okay? They may be being really mean too for some reason. Who knows why, you know? But I feel like you know that this separation is good for you. You feel like you need to get rid of the distractions or get rid of this situation or these distractions, okay, so you can make a better plan or a new plan on how to do things, okay? And you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it so you can create new generations or just a new situation for yourself when it comes to love. Very interesting that this card came out. It's innocence. It says that everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. Great. So what this says to me is, Taurus, don't blame the other person. And in return, they shouldn't blame you. It's like, this is something that you need to do for yourself. And ultimately, this is something you need to do for the relationship or even for them. Because it doesn't feel healthy. It doesn't feel good. And even though this was a relationship or something stable, maybe even a marriage, it's like, this isn't really working for us. And we need to figure out why this isn't working. And in order for me to do that personally, I have to separate myself. Or you have to understand that the other person needs to separate themselves. Okay? All right. Okay. Okay, Virgo. Oop, that one wanted to fly out for you for sure. Let's see what it is, Virgo. You got a lot of confusion in the cards. It's almost like you're making your mind up about something and then never mind, because this will tell me. So you felt like someone, I feel like you're getting yourself back together. Focusing on your plans, on what it is that you want for yourself. Focusing on work, focusing on building. It's like you gave yourself some time to mourn someone or a situation, and you're moving forward. 8 of Wands, 10 of Wands, 6 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, Strength. Whoops. So, looks like you were in a relationship and it didn't work out like you thought, or it's not as stable as you thought it was, okay? But what I'm feeling is I'm hearing it was what it was. So, and I'm not feeling any more elaboration on that. Very interesting, very vague. But I feel like now you're thinking about what it is that you believe about relationships. Because your foundation on relationships are not as stable as they should be. It's like you're noticing that every time you try to manifest a relationship or get into a relationship, it's like you're trying your hardest and thinking of the future, but it only has a short term. And the reason why is because you're not thinking of your own emotions. Okay, it's like I almost feel like you're giving that person emotionally what they need. That's what you spend your time doing, is trying to emotionally fulfill another, and I feel like you're not getting that back. okay? But interesting. I'm just gonna leave it there. Okay. So I feel like there's some messages from, like, some messages coming in and back and forth, okay? And it feels like fighting and disagreements, definitely, okay? Yeah, fighting or disagreements, okay? It's weird because I feel as though you are attempting to, it's like you're defeated, and you know that you're defeated within this situation, yet and still you hold the baggage of this situation, which I don't understand why. And it has something to do with the messages, why the messages are coming in and out. It's almost like you have a little bit of hope left, especially with this, okay? So it's like you have a little bit of hope left for the situation. Feeling like you want to go back. You're nostalgic about the past. Like, you would like to emotionally renew this situation. I'm also hearing focus on the children. I don't know why. That's for someone. Focus on your children. Maybe they have something to say to you if they're older, or maybe you need to spend more time with your children to get this aspect of the relationship out of your mind, okay? Because this is about, with the strength coming up, it's about you being strong to get through this. I also see this, wow, okay. So I see these two cards here on the deck, and it's like you need to give this a rest. This is some energy that you need to let go, okay? And it's going to take strength from you because I feel like you're not good at this. I don't know why, and I don't feel as though this is a complicated situation, Virgo. I don't know what's going on, but I feel as though it's not like you want this, like, you don't care about yourself and you'll do anything to get this person back. I don't feel that. But I feel like you just have like this ray of hope. Like, because this communication still feels hopeful to me, even though it's not good communication, because you are looking to almost renew this in some way. And it's like you're trying to carry that burden, but it's like you don't need to carry it anymore. You're at the end, but it's like you're still trying to hold on to it and give it like a little bit more of a fight. But it's time for you to let that go. It's definitely time for you to let that go. And as I said before we even started, it's about getting yourself together after something happened, okay? And work on yourself, your stability, on what it is that is really important to you. But I feel like this is more working on your foundations, because right now your foundations in love are a little wonky, okay? And it's time for you to make a new plan, or think of a new plan, or make some rules for things that you will and will not tolerate, okay? Okay, Virgo, wow. Life purpose. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then the purpose will find you. That's a really beautiful card, actually. So what I'm getting from this is, if you focus on the things that truly make you happy, okay? Not just communicating with a person, not just because they buy you things, not just because they're attractive, not just because they give you the time of day, not just because they're there. No. If something truly makes you happy, I mean to the heart, to the core, That's what you need to follow upon. And with this card, it's saying that if you follow that path, everything that is attracted to you while you do that and feel those feelings that are meant for, it'll be attracted to you, like the law of attraction. Okay, so for example, if you work at a job that you do not like because it pays the bills, okay, which is fine, a lot of people do that, I'm not saying that that's bad, okay, and you're surrounded by people you don't like, that's the kind of energy it puts you in. Okay, now if you work in a career that you laugh every day, it's a really good time, everyone is, you're just happy there, you're happy with what you do, you look forward to going to work every day, that puts you in a different type of energy, a more positive energy. You see, it's almost on that same aspect, but that's only an example that came up to me, okay? So I'm going to end that there. I feel like I could have kept going with this. If you need any more guidance, please get a private reading, because this was a little intense for a weekly reading to me. Okay, anyhow. So now we move to Capricorn. Last but not least, Capricorn. Let's see what Spirit has for you for the 8th through 14th of October. Capricorn. 4 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, Justice, 9 of Pentacles. So Capricorn, it looks like you are resistant to change, okay? I feel like you're in a situation that doesn't really have good direction, and that's why it's pushing you to move. I feel as though you're scared to move out of something or review a situation that you're in. And I feel like with the 10 of Swords that it's something that you've been in for a while or something. It's just like you're just adding more knives to your back. You know what I mean? It may be the type of person you're dealing with for some of you. It could be a particular person that you're dealing with, a situation that you're dealing with, like a general situation that kind of seems to always end the same way. It's something like that, okay? And because you didn't make the changes that you needed to make, or it was like you had a choice, or you should have went with whatever this is, but you didn't make the change because you were afraid to make the change or afraid to fully let something go, okay? Because I see you holding on to something or someone. It could be an Aries, because I see this here, okay? Or a Cancer. I want to throw that out there. It could also be a Cancer, okay? I feel as though you're holding on to someone or something, okay, for dear life. And it's not going anywhere. It's not moving. It's not progressing. I feel like you're waiting in vain, really, for something to happen or even for something to change, okay? And it's like it's time for you to make the change. It's time for you to move, because that's what's fair to you. It's fair for you to move on, not to wait here or be in this situation that's not going to help you grow. And I know it's a little scary because everything's up in the air and you don't really have a firm grip. I feel like if this is a relationship, Capricorn, this is a relationship that you're holding on to, okay? You don't like for things to be up in the air, because when you fully decided to dedicate yourself to someone, or you like someone, they get umpteen chances. And that's what I feel like you're doing. You're scared to make the move because just maybe, you know, what will come into you was supposed to come into you, okay? But you do have to think about yourself. I am going to say that. I do see you focusing on yourself and being independent, because that's who you are. You are an independent person. You are strong, and you have the power to make any changes in your life that you want to, okay? I do also feel like if somebody's waiting on a decision or some sort of court date, that things are going to turn around and it will be just in your favor. I feel like you're waiting for that to happen, and it will, okay? So I wouldn't worry about that. But you have to remember that you are strong, and you have to think about your own independence, and you have to think about yourself, because I feel as though it's not balanced with what you need. It's fine that you're waiting, but I don't feel like it's going to help you in the future. That's what I get from that. I don't feel like it's going to help you. Because I feel like you're going to be by yourself. It's like, I feel like things change and justice prevails, but it prevails for you. It doesn't prevail for the relationship or the situation. It prevails for you. And that relationship is still going to be up in the air, I feel like. But I'm also hearing, like, you've been through this before. This is nothing new. It's just a new person. Or a new time, if it's the same person. But it's like, you know already. I don't know. You just don't want to make the wrong decision and have it backfire on you, which is why you're just waiting, okay? But it is time for you to take control and set some sort of rules too. Same with Virgo, but just on a different level. Because I feel like you have more of a grip on the situation. You're just waiting, like, maybe things will turn around, you know, like that. But eventually you realize that it's just about you, you know. So your oracle card is the Ocean. The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dripping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. Beautiful. This is about cleansing yourself. This is about removing things. This is about spa days. This is about spending time focusing on yourself. I feel like this is a good time to start a new regimen for yourself. A skincare, hair care regimen. Incorporate a once a week, like, fake home spa day type of thing. Light some candles. I'm hearing something about a water cleanse. I'm not quite sure what this is. And it has something to do with essential oils under a hot shower. I just picture that. Music playing, candles lit, something like that, okay? A crystal bath, anything like that. I feel like it's just time for you to cleanse yourself, to get this old energy off of you, okay? Or to let this energy go, or this past person, because it's not really helping you, and you're gonna focus more on yourself anyway. I really feel that, Capricorn, okay? So thank you so much for listening. If you need a private reading, that link is in the description box below. I will definitely see you next week, hopefully. I love you so much. Love and light.